Hey Remarkables! Today I want to talk to you about making money online. And the reason I want to talk to you about this is because actually I think that it's a topic that a lot of people are interested in, like they're not really sure how to make money online, whether you're starting out or you're doing this as a hobby or you started a business that you didn't really intend to start. And I have to tell you that that's actually the way that I started my online business. I put out a video about nonprofits and how to start them, kind of left it just to be there for a year or so. And I was adding all kinds of different things onto that channel with a completely different direction in my mind. And then it just kind of looked like an opportunity to really start a business focusing on entrepreneurship and marketing strategies and things like that. And so then I had to kind of change some of the information that I was putting out there and make a little bit of a pivot, but it ended up really working out well. And now I want to share with you how I make money from my online business and how you can too. So in this video, I have 5 passive income streams and 5 active income streams. Now, 3 of these streams I do not use as part of my personal strategy, but I do think that for some businesses, these will be good things to add in for your own personal strategies. So if you're interested in learning more about how to create income streams for your potential online business or one that you're considering starting, then stay tuned and we'll jump right in. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Ashlee Tate and I am a strategic communications consultant, and I provide marketing strategies and communication advice for entrepreneurs and nonprofits to help them design a life and business on purpose. So before I jump into the 10 ways that you can make money online, I do want to dispel a couple of myths that go along with the online platform and online business world. And the first one is that it's not all passive. The idea that all of the techniques and strategies that you'll be using are all passive are not the case. There are quite a few passive income streams, and that's why I wanted to add in both passive and active, because the idea of passive really means that you do it once, you forget it, basically set it and forget it, and then you've got this income coming in. But a lot of those are set up in that way, but you still have to do some things, and that makes it active in my book. So I will talk about that later on in the video. The second thing I want to say is that it does take work. And the idea that you can just create something really quickly and it's not going to take a whole lot of work is absolutely not the case. So that's my second myth that I want to bust. It is going to take work from you. A lot of these bloggers, a lot of people work either part-time if they have a full-time job, or they work full-time on their online business, just getting it set up and getting it ready and checking in on things, making sure that you can keep up with the changes that happen online. So there is a lot of work that does go into it. So don't fool yourself into thinking that this is completely passive. I don't care whether you're a blogger, a YouTuber, you do affiliate marketing, whatever it is that you do, it takes work. So that's one of the myths I also wanted to dispel. The last thing is that you need to be patient because it does take time to actually build up that revenue. You have to make sure that you are set up in a way that over time it will continuously build. And that's why you'll see a lot of people talking about they started at this amount and then they moved up to a certain amount. So that's all I really want to make sure I say to you, is that you will have to be patient and it does take time. So do not quit your day job just yet. Let's jump into some of these options that you have available to you, and we will move on from there. Now, if you're someone who doesn't mind putting in a little bit of work because you want to create your own schedule and you want to be on your own timeline and go at your own pace, and you just really have that entrepreneurial spirit, then I would definitely say that doing an online business is the place for you. So the first one that I want to jump into is, this is an active one, but I think it's the most important. This is your website. So your website is going to be your bread and butter. If you set things up right from the start, which I did not, I didn't set up my website to actually gain money and start bringing money in until much later. And I would not recommend that for anyone. So my number one tip is to start with your website. Whatever you're going to do and wherever you're going to send people, it needs to be directly to your website. So the website strategy is that you set up Google AdSense for your website as soon as you get started, if you can. Sometimes they might make you wait. You might need to have a certain number of page views. I don't believe that's the case, but that might be the case by the time you watch this video. But I would go through the process of setting up Google AdSense for your website. No matter how nice it is, no matter how bad it looks, nothing, you set up Google AdSense for your website. Okay, so when it comes to your website, it is cost per impressions, per 1,000 impressions, and that's what CPMs are, and that's how you actually get paid on your website. So Google AdSense should be your first way of creating some sort of income on your journey to your online business. And the reason for this is because everything will start from your website. When you first get started, you're going to be directing people there to sign up for your email. You're going to direct people there to look at your posts. You're going to direct people there when you say, I started a business, go check it out. So you want those first few thousands of people that you are going to get. You want to get paid for those. I've had so many people come to my website for lots of different reasons, but I wasn't getting paid for those people coming because I never had ads on my site. One thing I do want to add for your website is that there are other ways that you can also add ads onto your website besides Google AdSense. Now, most of these places will have some sort of stipulation as to how many impressions you already have coming to your website, or how many views you're having, or some sort of stipulation as to the entry. And then there are others that don't, so you have to do a little bit of research to find those. But one of the places I want to recommend is Mediavines, and that is a pretty solid place as far as good ads that pay well. They pay a pretty high percentage, but you do need to have a certain number of impressions before you can actually apply to it. But it's not worth, I mean, if you don't know how many impressions you have, you should have Google Analytics on your website as well. But if you don't know how many impressions you actually have, then I would actually just go ahead and apply and they can tell you. So yeah, you want to make sure that you actually get started with this as the first thing you do to start gaining revenue, and everything else will build off of that. So these first three things that I'm going to talk to you about are going to be all focused on things that you actually own. So there are things that is like media that you own and then media that you don't own, okay? And basically you are on their platform and they can do whatever they want with that platform. The things that you own are really important. So the first thing is going to be your website, of course. The second thing is going to be your course. So one of the things that I had to do is I thought at first I was going to have my website as my housing for my courses. But when I realized how much in depth that would become and all the things that go along with that, I decided against that. So I decided to use a platform. Now, a platform just allows you to have all the tools that go along with any of the courses that you want to create. It gives you everything you need: a landing page, the places to house your videos, the place to collect funding, all of the things that you need to start an actual course. These course platforms really do provide all of that in one for a flat fee. So I use Thinkific, and Thinkific has been fantastic for me, but it does require a flat fee every month. And I chose this instead of Teachable, because Teachable at the time was charging a fee and a percentage. And so I just didn't want to have to worry about what the percentage was going to be and all of that. And so I decided to go with Thinkific. I'm very happy with it, but I think you'll be fine with either of the platforms. So the first thing I want to say is that there are two different types of courses, and I have both. My first one is a passive course, and this would be considered more like evergreen. You create the content, you create everything that they need, and they can go through it on their own pace at their own time. And once they purchase a course, it's theirs forever. Now this is much more passive, and it's something that really allows you to be more hands-off. People can, use it as they please, and they can go through it, get done with the information, and complete the task without you being part of that. So that is my Unleash Your Purpose course, and really that allows anyone who wants to go through and start a nonprofit, because I know that this is truly a hurdle for a lot of people, and they have, once they finish the nonprofit course, then they become a bona fide business just like every other business, and then I can teach them, strategies to actually build that specific business. My next course is the Academy, and the Academy is really focused on helping business owners, entrepreneurs, business owners, nonprofits, everyone, after they've completed their 501c3, after they've completed the startup aspect of your business, which for nonprofits is a 501c3, and for businesses, it's like going to get your business license and all of that. We don't talk about any of that in there, but we do actually focus on creating your strategy and creating a marketing plan for your business, and setting up all the things that need to go along with getting your business up and off the ground. And that way they don't have to worry about it. But that is a little bit more active because I do provide weekly group coaching. So in that's another way to have an income. So you have two different ways of making an income being a course. The first way is by creating an evergreen course where the course is completely closed, like there's a closed loop, it's all in there. Everything they need is in there, and you really don't need to communicate any deeper after you've created this course, and that's extremely passive. My other course is much more active because it is very much, I'm in there every week. I talk to them, I add new modules in there every week. I make sure that they have everything they need. They can ask any questions they want. So those things are important to me, and I enjoy being in there. And if that is part of your strength and something that you're very good at, or something that you enjoy, that you can add into your course, that just adds more value to your customer. And if there's a course that you can create that, it's just step by step that you need to walk people through, and it would be really helpful to them, make it an evergreen course, and there you go for your passive income. So number 4 is consulting. So I consult outside of being online. This is completely offline, but it does add to my business revenue, and it's something that I actually do in relation to my business. So I consult with the Small Business Development Center here in my local community. And that just adds a supplemental income to what I already do. And I love doing it. Again, it's that face-to-face. It's one of my strengths. It's something I really enjoy. So I'll keep doing that. So if you have some sort of like part-time job that you like to do, or something that you sell on the side, or that you do locally in your community, those things still count as your revenue. And those are still things and opportunities that you should include for your online business. These are things that still help your business run and provide revenue to the skill that you actually do. Now, both of these online platforms are both going to be considered passive income. So the first one I want to talk to you about is affiliate marketing. Now, if you know anything about affiliate marketing, which I do have another video that I have used I've talked about affiliate marketing in the past, how to add it into your business and what you should be doing to get started. But affiliate marketing basically is, I have a product that I love. I'm going to share it with my audience, and then if they are interested in it, then they will purchase it from that retailer and using my code or my link, and then they give me a kickback from that with no extra cost to the buyer. And what that does is it just provides, however good your content is, you are going to provide extra income to that, to your revenue bottom line, right? Because that's extra. So you could have multiple different products, and you can have some products that a lot of people purchase, and no matter how many other things they purchase from that retailer, you will get a kickback from that because you're the person that actually sent them there in the first place to buy your product. So even if you're only selling one product from that retailer and they buy 15, you still get revenue kickback from that. So I love affiliate marketing. I don't actually use it very much. I have it for a few books out there, but I don't promote it all the time. I don't talk about it all the time. It's just something that's there, and it's passive, and when it works, it's awesome, and when it doesn't affect my bottom line too much. So if that's something that you're interested in, people do build a full business off of affiliate marketing. You just have to be careful that if you are going to be using any sort of affiliate marketing, that you are actually paying attention to what your customers want and what they value. You do not want to run your customers or readership or viewership or whatever into the ground by trying to make money. So just make sure that if you're using the products and you really do enjoy them and you really can vouch for them, then great, but don't do it just to make money. This is something that should be like an ancillary part to your strategy, unless this is actually your business. Okay, so getting on to YouTube. Now, YouTube is passive in a way, but I actually call it very active because you have to start something, you create the video, and if people watch the video, then yes, you will make an income off of that. And the passive starts really when you have created a video that's maybe gone viral or that is really getting a ton of views over time. So the big thing about YouTube right now, and I would recommend that you don't necessarily create your whole strategy around YouTube, is I would think of YouTube as a place to house your content. I would not think of YouTube as a place to go and just be gangbusters and make a ton of money. What's happening right now, you may notice this yourself, is if you watch even your larger creators, people that you've watched maybe for years, their count on views is really going down. And that's happening to a lot of creators on YouTube. So I think a lot of us on YouTube are staying the course and we're using it as part of our strategy, but not necessarily as our entire strategy. Some people used to come on YouTube and they would make a living off of this, and this is purely their whole strategy. But I think that's changing. So if you were going to start a YouTube channel, I would really recommend that you think twice about it. Make sure that this is truly your strength. You enjoy talking, you enjoy being on camera, and then make sure that you have a way to really push this content out to other people and create a whole strategy around that piece of it. Which is why I recommend your website, because your website is huge. You want people to really go there. They both work off of the same platform, which is Google AdSense. But you want to make sure that you're not beholden to the YouTube algorithm, because the YouTube algorithm does change, and it changed I think a couple of years ago, even before I really got on. But it changed a couple of years ago, and a lot of creators really notice the difference in their income. So I just want to make sure I say that, because I want to make sure that you guys have all the information before you get going and get started on here, thinking that it's going to be, super successful. Use this as a means to an end, a way to actually get your message out there in a way that's authentic to you, rather than using it as a way to make money on a platform. So anyway, that is YouTube. I could probably talk about that all day because I do still love YouTube. I think it's great. It's just I want you to know that, they have changed their algorithm, so things might be a little bit different or a little slower on the viewership side and gaining those first subscribers. So that's the biggest thing. Now, these 6 streams alone that I have talked to you about already, these make me a little over $1,500 a month. And, I think that that's great. That's certainly not where, a lot of people might be or where you might want to be, but certainly putting these things in place will bring you income, and it will create a business for you. And you're able to run your business off of that, which I think is pretty amazing, that you can do this from home and you can really just create your own income. So if that's something you're looking for, then these first 6 are part of my personal strategy of how I make income, but there are 4 more that I just want to leave you with, so that you can have more options. Now, this first one is specifically for nonprofits, and it is the Amazon Smile program. I think every one of the nonprofits out there should be signed up for this program, because what it allows you to do is make money when other people shop. And it's very similar to affiliate marketing, but it's more from an altruistic space, a more charitable space, meaning that if you tell your subscribers or your email recipients, if you tell them that you are on Amazon Smile and they decide to start purchasing their Amazon products with your name for your nonprofit, choosing your name as your nonprofit, then a portion of those proceeds that they shop with will come back to you. So number 8 is all about sponsorships. And if you are someone who has a lot of brands that they love and you really want to get out there and share those brands, sponsorships are a great way to do this. There are a couple of different types of sponsorship programs out there that you can use. And if you're interested in any of those, I would actually just put in influencer marketing or influencer sponsorships, and you can find a whole host of all of the things and all of the places that provide these. Some of them require you to have a certain number of viewership, some of them require you to have a certain number of page views, and some of them require nothing. So you really have to just do your research, make sure that you're getting a certain percentage that you're happy with, or the amount that you're happy with. And honestly, like I said at the beginning, all of these things do take time. People have to trust you as an influencer. They have to trust you as a creator. And so you might have to take some things that you maybe take a lower amount before you actually start building up a presence and letting people know that you are a good influencer and people trust you and that you can actually get their product out there. The other thing I want to make sure I say on this is that you have to make sure that you have a way or a platform for you to actually get this information out. So whether it's on Instagram, a blog, YouTube, podcast, whatever it is, you have to make sure that you have a way to get the information out there before you start asking for sponsorships. And I would try to build up kind of your space online. Like if you're all about beauty, then great, start talking about beauty products and all of those things, and then you can start asking for sponsorships to talk about those beauty products in a sponsored post, whatever that might be. So that is not something that I have in my strategy, like I said, but this is a great option for someone who enjoys sharing brands and really wants to kind of build up that influencer marketing lifestyle. Okay, next we have Medium. So number 9 is all about writing. If you are a writer, you are in luck and you can truly win it online. You can kill it honestly, I think writers have it much better than, say, YouTubers or podcasters. Getting your written message out there into the world is so much easier with the internet, and considering that Google AdSense and Google Analytics and Google everything SEO, all SEO really does depend on writing. If you know how to write your message, you will win online. So Medium is one of those places that if you are a writer, it is the place for you. Medium is a membership-based platform, and a member like myself would pay $5 a month, and we have access to all the articles. Now, when I go and I clap on someone's article, they get a portion of what I pay each month to their specific article. Now, no one knows how that algorithm works because Medium has kept that under wraps, so I can't tell you anything more than that. But what I can tell you is that it's a great way to get paid for your article, as there are so many members that are part of this community. And if you get a portion of all of the claps that you receive, that really does add up in a way that will be fruitful to your business. So if you're writing a blog and you're a good writer, or you're just any writer and you write out your posts, I would definitely recommend that you put your stuff on Medium. This may actually become part of my strategy, but it is not part of my strategy at the moment. And I would also consider this a more passive income as well. This is something that you do once and then you move on from that. So, and you will get revenue over time, because remember, these stay on there over time. So it's not like they're gonna read it just once and never see it again. There are a lot of great things about Medium, so definitely check that out. Now, the last one that I want to recommend is not really an online platform. It's nothing related to anything that you're going to sign up for. This is just something that's good business practice, and that is basically cutting your costs. So a lot of times, if you're somebody that has a lot of memberships that you're part of that you no longer use, you really should cut those out. Getting things done on your own at first that you think might just be okay. Maybe it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. So maybe you don't have to go get your website, done and pay the, $2,000 or $3,000 to get your website completely done. Maybe you're going to DIY it and save that money so that you can use it in your business in other ways. Also, making sure that when you bring in revenue, that you're putting that back into your business, and really always up leveling your business no matter what. with that revenue that's coming through. So what I'm trying to say is cut those costs and make sure that you're always investing back into your business so that you can grow your income over time. And as your revenue grows, you're able to do more things. So anyway, I hope this video helped you guys. I am super excited about watching some of you unleash your something amazing. And if you're going to end up using one of these tactics or one of these strategies, please, please, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. So if you are someone who is an entrepreneur or a nonprofit and you're starting your journey and you'd like to be along with all of us who are starting our journey as well, then come join us in the tribe. You can grab your free invitation at ashleetate.com and I'd love to have you there. If you are someone who is starting a nonprofit and you don't really know where to start, you don't know how to get started, sign up for the Unleash Your Purpose course, and that's a 30-day self-paced course that gets you through the entire thing. And you also have access to a group of people who are also on the same path, doing the same thing, so you can ask your questions and all of that. And lastly, if you would like help setting up your marketing strategy for your business or your nonprofit, please come sign up for the Academy and we will be happy to help you do that. So you can find all of that at ashleetate.com/workwithme, or you can sign up for the tribe on the right-hand side of the website, and I will see you then. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here today, and that's all I've got for you today, Remarkables. So get out there and unleash your something amazing. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.